24? On the 4th October 2024. 24th October. 4th October.
Any objection?
We have no objection.
The remarks documents submitted in evidence are marked as follows. 123A for the remarks, 123B for the resolution of 4th October, 123C for that one of 5th November, and D for the company form 18.
We are most of that, my lord. Madam Katanga, I will come back to those documents. But you had earlier said your husband could have been stressed for financial issues. And I'm just cross-checking with you if you are aware that your husband was a well-properted person. Would you consider him to be such? Well-properted. Well, he had several assets, properties. Is that a fact that you want to confirm to this court? He was your husband, ma'am. You are the one answering here. Would you consider you?
I understand your question.
Okay, I can always repeat. Would you consider your husband to have been a well-properted person? A person who owned a number of assets to his name?
Yes.
And in terms of value, those assets were way above the 1.5 billion that you claim he had lent out.
First of all, I didn't say only 1.5. That was only a penny. With other, they were never
Having made that clarification,
it's first report back.
and those properties were both in and outside Uganda. Our instructions that put it to you that you had a deep-seated property wrangle with your late husband.
Did you have a bitter property wrangle? I think that is to put it mostly.
What is your answer?
That's all true.
Okay. We are also instructed that you had the motivation to eliminate your husband due to that property dispute.
That's not true.
Confirm to this court that the estate of your late husband has not been administered yet.
I mean, this is, I don't know.
So, are you aware or you are not that there are no appointed administrators?
My lord, we need to put down what the witness has said.
This one, I do not know whether or not my husband's estate has been administered.
So as far as you are concerned, Madam Molly Katanga, it is not in your knowledge that there exists any administrator to administer the estate of your late husband.
I don't understand. It's true, I don't understand.
When someone dies, if they have a will, they will say the will is how much property will be handed when I have died. Now that one is an execution. If someone dies before, if someone dies without a will, you have to meet the family or those who are concerned will now go and obtain letters of administration. And administrators will be appointed to take care of the affairs of the sisters, to run the business, operate, distribute, do things you're not aware.
False instructions.
Have you replaced your husband from the management of March Uganda Limited?
She is in jail.
Might continue.
Did you or you did not? Yeah, my lord, I tune the answer I require.
Yes.
I want a precise answer, my lord. Did she or she did not?
Continue.
Has she?
How much to continue? What about the mutual?
For March to continue, what happened?
And you did that without any authority from any legal representative of your husband, late husband.
My lord, I don't know if we are together. Maybe my land friend could break it down easier.
You want me to repeat it?
Yeah, because you seem to be asking questions in a succession law class. I think.
You want me to repeat the question?
Yes, you need to, and to make it simpler.
You did that without any administrator of your late husband.
My lord, what I wanted to know is what was done. Is he saying shares were transferred? Because I think shares weren't transferred. I need to understand what she did. What are we talking about?
She said that they replaced the husband. For March to continue, we have replaced.
As what?
As what?
As what?
I will ask that. I will ask that.
Because he asked, has your was your husband replaced in?
Yes, the husband is a director and a shareholder. We need to understand.
Mr. Karuhanga shall not give evidence in this court, my lord.
That's what you've given us.
The documents are
Unless,
there.
my lord, the witness is not understanding my questions.
Obviously, no, because you're looking at
The documents you have given us are taken.
Added his children to operation, not anything, look at shares of
Very good.
When you say you added his children, it is you and who adding?
Let's first record that answer. We are recording. We are writing.
another agent moved to that account.
You and the board,
So you and the lawyer made the decision to add children in the management of the company called March Uganda Limited.
Not as shareholders, not as directors, but just for running the company if there is any work. If anything, there has never been any work since this incident.
May I pray for the March documents? So, Madam Molly Katanga, you and your husband were 50-50 shareholding. So who made this decision to add people for whatever purpose in this company?
Since I'm in prison,
Who, the question is who? Just be simple and then we proceed. Don't assume that I don't know what I want. Answer the question. The question is whose decision was it to add other people in the management of this company?
I was guided by a lawyer.
And you say you never added your children either as directors or shareholders?
The purpose was for operational, not.
So, in what capacity did you add your children?
Since I was not operational, I thought it was a very stupid.
The question is, in what capacity did you add the children?
What legal capacity?
As somebody who was running that company.
No, as in you added those children as who? You said you never added them as directors or shareholders.
For operation.
So you added them as operations officers or something?
Just to put the company in operation.
Okay, so it is you that took that decision. That's what I want this court to know.
Yes.
And you took that decision notwithstanding that you are a 50-50 shareholding and your equal shareholder was no more. And you didn't care to find out whether his estate is administered or not.
Which one?
So at the time you took this decision to add your children, you never concerned yourself with whether or not Henry Katanga's estate is administered or not. By administration I mean whether it has letter administrators or not.
These are our children here and here. So according to the law, I don't think it was anything. It was
Which children did you add?
I think after Katanga and Martha first.
Madam Katanga, are you aware that dealing in any property of a dead person without administrators is a criminal offense called intermeddling with the estate of a deceased person?
My lord, I'm sorry to interrupt, but my lord, it's purely irrelevant section 4. Purely, I mean, this is clearly.
We are coming from making changes in the company. Company was partly owned by the deceased person. I think it is really important.
My lord, I think the question, my lord, maybe my objection here. My land friend is asking about whether or not adding directors to the company and not affecting the shares constitutes intermediary. So absolutely difficult legal question.
Even for lawyers.
Even for lawyers.
What about
My lord, that's like orals.
My lord, does his client want to agree with him that it's a difficult question for her? Because she can always say so.
No, a legal, my lord, a legal question. Whether, my lord, whether it's intermeddling for a director to appoint other directors, for a shareholder to appoint directors, whether that constitutes intermeddling with estate property.
But she said she did not appoint them.
Actually, as managers, as operators to help the company operate, whether that constitutes intermeddling, my lord, is not a question or a witness of fact will be able to answer. That, my lord, is a question of law.
Mr. Madam, break it down in a way that she can understand.
My lord, I know what my colleague is trying to do, and my questions are deliberate. But my lord, if I may.
The witness may not understand the term intermediate.
My lord,
to ask the question in such a way that the witness understands what you're asking, so she can answer.
My lord, with due respect, this witness has not said, has not informed this court that she's not understanding. It is Mr. Karuhanga telling this court that he has entered the mind of his witness, of his client, and that the mind of the client is not understood. My lord, that cannot be fair.
Mr. Morgan, if you had to explain to the witness what administration is,
Yes.
what about it?
Intermediary.
Just explain.
My lord, I want to confess again, my lord. This job is becoming extremely difficult. My lord, it is, and we are really in this cross-examination, we have been unfairly interfered with. My lord, this lady before you, she is capable of telling you that she has not understood the question.
Mr. Morgan, if she did not understand what administration is, what about intermediate?
My lord, I am not here to assume that because she did not understand question A, she's not understanding question B. Surely, I cannot take that assumption. But she is the witness, my lord. Can she be asked to answer the questions?
Mrs. Katanga,
I don't understand what you say.
Exactly, that's what she said, my lord, and that's what the lawyer wants her to say.
Mr. Morgan, break down the
They are coaching the witness.
break down the question in a way that the witness can
She's a thief.
He doesn't understand it also.
intermediate means
My lord,
doing things on the estate.
my lord, may I request?
Without administration or without an executor. That's what intermediate means. that you are doing things with the property of the deceased person, sorry, of the deceased person, without the authority of letters of administration or being appointed an executor.
Where I see that I appointed them as just as not as shareholders, not as
My Lord, we have a proposal. We want to be as fair as possible to the accused person. My Lord, at the commencement of our cross-examination, we went at length to ask the education levels of this person, my Lord. You remember? We went at pains to try and bring her capabilities to the knowledge of this court. My Lord, she said those are her private matters. This witness has not proposed to this court that she's illiterate. We tried to traverse that angle, she declined. My Lord, it is not fair that we start assuming that a person appearing before you is incapable of understanding. My Lord, if that is the position of the court, can she also be clear to court if she's not comfortable in the English language? We can always get the interpretation. Because, my Lord, we need to be fair to prosecution. We asked her whether she has ever gone to school, whether she has, we went at length. The good lady did not put anything on record. And our purpose, my Lord, we wanted to know at what level we should take her. So she can't decline telling us her educational capabilities, and at the same time the lawyers are telling this court that she's not understanding, even when there is no evidence that she's not capable of understanding our questions.
It's the technical.
My Lord, we are complaining about technical legal.
What is technical about?
For example, my Lord, I am of the opinion that my learned friend, for example, has a conflict with understanding of intermeddling in estate property.
Yes.
It's not a straightforward matter.
No.
But it's a matter upon which ordinary educated people seek legal counsel. So my Lord,
I will finish the matter of interview.
Much obliged.
I have explained to her.
And she has answered.
And she has answered that she appointed the children for operational expediency and not as shareholders for.
So let's get the next question.
I am actually putting it to you.
I agree, my Lord.
That you actually appointed your children as directors of this company.
I did not.
And if evidence is laid to demonstrate that you appointed them as directors, you would be lying to this court.
What I did was...
Madam Katanga, would you be lying if evidence is placed before this court that you actually appointed them as directors?
My Lord, I think she has answered, and we should take that answer. She said what I did was to appoint.
Yes. How will the lawyer answer for this witness in this process?
She has already answered.
No way. No way.
Mr.
Waganya.
No, my lord, it is not fair. Because we choose whether the lawyers take the stand or their client does.
I'll ask a question, but I'm being confused with you.
No, my lord, it's not fair. And by the way, my lord, I hold the opinion that this unwarranted disruption can send a bad signal to court that the witness is not a witness of truth.
Would that person be lying or not?
I am saying that
will the person be lying or not?
We have captured that.
That's why I said I don't know.
We have already captured that you appointed them for operational expediency and not as shareholders. So if somebody came to court and said that you appointed the children as directors of marriage, would that person be lying? Because there's a difference between operational.
Manager? Yes.
So if someone came and said, Mrs. Katanga appointed Aka Katanga and Martha Bukwanzi as directors, that person will
The answer, my lord, is I appointed these children as for operational. If it's directors, we'll be that one agreement.
Again, so that we don't go in circles. My question is, would that person be lying? Would you be lying about your position?
My intention was operational. If it is directorship and shareholding, that was not my intention.
So apart from your intention, I'm putting it to you that you actually appointed them as directors.
And that's what I do now.
You don't know. I want you to look at this prosecution exhibit 122B. And read to quote paragraph 3. Can you read it to quote?
The law mentioned individuals as directors of the company when it was.
And what are the below mentioned individuals? My lord, paragraph 3. Okay. You can return. Do you know the registered place of your company called March Uganda Limited? The registered office.
Yes, very small.
Which building?
Very small.
Where is Forest Mall found? Where is Rugogo found? What division? Is I want you to look at this document again, Prosecution Exhibit 122C, for the company form 18. The last paragraph. What is the registered office of your company?
This is not the one.
What do you mean?
Kampala Central Division, Civic Center, Crest
No, I'm asking what is registered as the registered office of your company. Can you read it again?
That's what I said. Uganda Central, Kampala Central Division, Civic Center, Crest
Madam Katanga, did you attend go to the date of the resolution first. That resolution where you appointed your children as directors, When is it dated?
10 September 2024.
Say that, sorry?
10 September 2024.
So on that day, did you attend any meeting at either the registered place, as it is in Company Form 18, or Lugogo, where you said the office is? Did you attend any meeting?
No.
Go back to your resolution. Read to quote the first paragraph.
Company name, match, and then no, this notice must be called the registry of companies.
No, let me show you. Sorry. The opening paragraph. Yes. No, not that opening paragraph. Yes. Okay. Let me be sure so that we don't spend too much time. No, I mean the resolution. The first paragraph, the resolution. Use the microphone, please.
At the meeting, NS March Uganda Limited, the company held at the registered office. Then September 24th, it was resolved that the company be and is hereby authorized to.
Okay. Madam Katanga, could there have been any registered office of your company at Luzira where you say you signed that resolution?
No.
So I just want you to be clear to court that actually, before making this resolution, nothing like a meeting took place. Did any meeting take place? Anywhere?
I don't know who said it.
No. So the representation in the opening paragraph to the registrar of companies that a meeting took place to resolve what you signed off was incorrect. That representation is not correct. It's a lie.
The meeting I had with the lawyer.
Now answer the question. That representation, as you have read it in the opening paragraph, is not true. It's a lie. No meeting took place. Am I correct?
I was guided by the lawyer that when you're in prison, you can still sign these documents.
Thank you, but I'm now asking about the meeting.
That's the
Is it?
that I had with the lawyer.
My Lord, will she be advised to answer?
She's answering.
That showed the meeting with the lawyer.
Yes, and she was guided.
Again, he's doing company law.
You can return my documents.
I'm sure it's the same lawyer.
Yet, that the lawyer will testify.
Let's not know which lawyer that is.
Are you confirming to this court that notwithstanding the fact that no company meeting had occurred and you had not attended one, you were advised by the lawyer and you still went ahead to sign this document?
Yes, I did.
On advice of the lawyer, notwithstanding the content being untrue?
advice on the matter.
And Madam Katanga confirmed that this resolution, you signed it with your signature. Interpretation, my lord.
F5 is not interesting. F5 is not interesting.
F5 is interested in interpretation of
Company,
but interpret.
we can skip that.
No, interpret.
Take it by the spent a lot of time. I think
On the other resolutions, or rather the other documents, my lord, I'm on Constitution Exhibit 123, A to D. I'm beginning with B. This board resolution. When did you make that board resolution?
Which resolution, the one dated out?
4th October. When did you date the resolution?
4th October.
Use the mic, ma'am.
4th October 2024.
In this resolution, you still removed your husband from that company and appointed A1 and A2 as directors.
That's not true. What happened?
What did you do?
We had given out shares in this company a long time, like 28.
Don't worry, I am now speaking about
Yes.
the 4th of October. Was your husband alive by 4th of October 2024?
No, I'm coming to that.
You are not going to say, please ma'am, just answer my simple questions and we
What
go.
was the question? Because I was already writing.
Yes, my lord.
What was the question?
My lord, how far have you gone?
Because you said in this resolution,
Yes, you removed your husband from the company and appointed A1 and A2, A2 and A3, your daughters, and another person as directors. Is that true or not?
Maybe my lord, you should share with us that document.
Since 2018,
answer to that.
this company has been running by Evarist Kadegaya. We had registered, we had that. They say they don't see those documents in registered companies. But him too has been running.
Question is she responding to?
so in that resolution, what was the effect on, what was that resolution doing? If you read it, what was it doing? You can explain it. If you read the resolution, what was the purpose? What was it doing?
The purpose was appointing new directors, but this one not new. We had transferred the shares to them like in 2018. Then they say they don't see those papers in registered companies. That's why I have to do it again.
My lord, have you got?
So in this resolution, the purpose was to appoint new directors, but we had given out shares in 2018.
Around there, I don't remember, but around that time.
But the company registry said they couldn't find the papers.
Do you have that communication from the company registry? that they lost your papers?
I don't have it here, but the lawyer told me he cannot trace it. Those papers.
Confirm that you signed that resolution alone.
Yes, sir.
Read the first paragraph. What did you tell the registrar of companies?
At the meeting of Max Logistics, the company heard that their registrar office spoke the day of October 2024. It was resolved that the company be and is hereby authorized to
So you told the registrar of companies that you held a meeting on the 4th of October 2024. Was that correct?
This was my lawyer, he did not hold the registrar.
I don't see a signature of your lawyer on that document, ma'am. It's your document.
It is actually there.
I never went to registrar.
Did you author that document?
Lawyer,
Did you sign that document?
Yes, I signed.
It's drawn by him.
Is it not incorrect and false that there was a meeting at the registered place of that company?
I was in prison, the lawyer came to the prison, and I signed from there. That's where the meeting was.
So you are confirming that there was no meeting?
The meeting was between me and my lawyer in Brussels.
Not at the registered place? So when your lawyer wrote that there was a meeting at the registered place of the company, you knew that that was not correct?
I was in Brazil, that's where the lawyer came.
Will you now answer the question I have asked, ma'am? You still remember it?
She has already answered. She said there was no
She has not answered.
The lawyer, that's where
I'm going to ask the question again. So when your lawyer wrote in that document that there was a meeting at the registered place of the company to make those resolutions, you knew that that particular part was incorrect?
I thought that's how they make those documents.
Did you know that it was correct or not? Was that, to your knowledge, a correct fact or not?
No.
You knew it was not correct.
What I'm saying, I signed.
My Lord, will the witness answer the questions?
No, I'm answering.
No,
The lawyer wrote that there was a meeting at the registered office.
is that
And when you read it, did you feel that that was correct? As you signed it?
I thought that that's how they write those documents.
We
I
are
signed.
talking about the correctness. Did you?
sensitive her answer?
That's what I do. I didn't know.
She doesn't know.
may not like the answer, but that's the answer.
What don't you know?
I thought that that's the
Many
correct,
things.
because the lawyer wrote it like that, and I signed it.
Yes.
But was it correct? To your knowledge, was it correct?
Being correct or not, me, I didn't know that it was not correct.
So you didn't know?
She said that she did not know that. The lawyer wrote it and she signed it.
Yes. She thought that was the format.
My Lord, you thought that's the format.
When my lawyer wrote that there was a meeting at the registered office of the company, I did not know that it was wrong. The lawyer wrote it like that and I signed it.
And it's just a question of the format.
I thought that was
Not
the
the
format.
format.
Of how they filed
How
the
to send those
resolution.
documents.
Yes.
For a lie.
That's what I answered. That's what I captured here.
Even me.
And actually, it's the format.
Sure, Mwaganya sign such a document. Mwaganya. Well, like it's not K, he would have been singing K now. No, not at all. That's why he's not reading us. If he had been the ones, he would be very happy. He would be very happy. So we have survived. But you can continue.
No, I'm just giving you time to finish.
You have no coffee today. So coffee is on Mountain View.
So, Madam Katanga, that which your lawyer wrote, was it correct or it was a lie? You can answer again.
What was a lie and what was good? Yeah, I thought this was the format. He wrote it and I signed it.
So when you read the lawyer's writing in the resolution that there was a meeting at the registered office,
If she read it.
And when you read it,
Was it, my question is, was it correct or it was a lie?
he wrote it like that and I signed it.
Well, my lord, I will invite court to simply note the demeanor of this witness in respect of how she answers clear-cut questions.
The court can note many things without your insistence. The court can note many things.
I will proceed.
Yes.
Go to the next resolution. When is it dated?
4th November 2022.
Still what? 4th November.
No, the next one.
Resolution.
5th November
Sorry?
2024.
You signed this resolution alone.
Yes.
In this resolution,
Which resolution is this, my lord?
the one on 5th November, and she was asked whether she signed it alone.
I don't know if you have the same resolutions.
Resolution.
and in this resolution,
This is 18th. 18th November.
can I just have it just a minute?
Yes.
No, what date are we talking about?
Then we're doing different things.
Mr. Morgan, is the date of registration or is it the date
Of signature.
what's the exhibit number?
123.
Both are the same. The dates are the same for both events.
No. One is, well, the one we have is dated 13th November. The USB resolution.
Stamp. A stamp. The date when it was executed and when it was registered are different.
But I have not even uttered the word execution. I'm talking about
You're talking about?
which date?
What date are you talking about?
The date when she authored it. It is the 5th November 2024. She was not, she has already told this court she was not there in the company office. So I'm only concerned about what she did.
Signature. Yeah.
So in this resolution,
Can I see it?
Madam Katanga, do you want to see it?
Yeah, because she said
We may be looking at different
because
documents.
she said she signed her own.
Please,
Yeah,
order,
that's
give it to them.
Just a minute.
She said that
I had already asked if you signed it alone. You confirm you did. In this resolution, you were removing yourself as company secretary and appointing Patricia.
Patricia and Kadege have been in this.
My friend, please understand the question and answer it. We really want to be nice to you, but you're not treating us nicely. So the question is, in this resolution, you removed yourself as company secretary and appointed your daughter Patricia. Is that a fact?
Yes.
In this resolution, you told the registrar of companies in the opening paragraph that you made that decision in a meeting at the registered place of the company. Is that correct?
That's exactly.
Is that correct? This is a new document. Is that correct or not?
Where is that?
Opening paragraph, ma'am. The first paragraph, the very way you have been reading, the first paragraph and the resolution. Please don't change. We are on the resolution of 5th November 2024. The one marked as Exhibit 123C.
There is board resolution.
Yes, board resolution.
At the board, the directors meeting of Max Logistics, held on 5th day of November 2024, at the registered office of the company, the following was resolved.
Okay. So you confirm that you told the registrar that you made that decision to remove yourself and replace yourself with Patricia as company secretary in a meeting at the company's registered office.
All this was done in Brazil, but the letters would come like this.
I want you to go to the company form 18 and just be on record as to the actual registered place of your company. What is the registered office of your company? Are you at the right document? Do you want my help? It's the last, no, the last document. You are supposed to just go backwards. Let me help. Company form 18. Yes, this one, ma'am. So what is the registered place of this company.
Uganda Central Kampala na Kawa Division,
Sorry, can you say that again clearly?
Uganda Central Kampala na Kawa Division, UPK K4.
And for avoidance of doubt, you confirm that you never held any such meeting on that day at that place.
Yes.
So I want you to listen to this question very well and provide a clear answer. Will I be correct to say that by the content of your document, you lied to the registrar of companies that you held a meeting where you made that decision? Will I be correct to say so?
My Lord, I'm sorry to...
Documents to sign. It's the lawyer who brought the documents for me to
Just
sign.
answer.
No, that's also fair enough.
My Lord, I just thought if my learned friend could just point us to the document which then talks about the register of companies.
Documents don't talk about their resolution.
My Lord, I don't know where resolutions are registered in this country other than the
Resolutions are not for the register of companies. Resolutions are about resolutions of the meeting.
Of the meeting. So you could
There is nothing in that document, although it has to be registered for purposes of...
Must they give it?
They are not for the registrar's information. They are for his record keeping. The information is for the board.
absolutely.
That's the danger with going into legal questions.
For people. This is company law, which you may
My Lord,
The registrar is not part of company business.
no, I want to be fair. I want to be sure that I'm understanding what Mr. Karuhanga is saying.
Yes. Yes, but my Lord, the document, you see, the document is not addressed to the register of companies.
So you are not lying to the registrar.
There's actually, the document simply says at a meeting like this, then you resolve to register it. Actually, you have to resolve to register it.
Okay, that's a new one.
Or to notify the registrar. So the registrar,
Is actually the law.
that is the law. The registrar is just for a legal, just for us to clear the legal record. The witness already answered this question, but just to clear the legal record, documents and the registrar isn't part of our meetings. We simply resolve to inform
Notify him.
or to notify the registrar of what has taken place.
Notify the registrar.
Okay, let's make it easier for you, Madam Katanga.
Engaging with company.
And even Karuhanga.
So I think we first need to correct your question that the document was not supposed to be addressed to the registrar. The document is internal workings of the company under the memorandum and articles. It is between them. So you tell her you are lying to yourself.
My Lord, I know it's coming evening. Mr. Karuhanga normally is tired around this time.
We are here
But
to deal with company.
but please, I want you to be of assistance to court.
We finish with succession.
Can you read paragraph 3 of your resolution?
That this regulation be filed by the registry of companies.
Oh, wait.
So will I be correct to say that it was your intention, even at the time of signing off that resolution, to have those documents registered with the registrar of companies?
My intention, yes, was my intention.
Okay. Madam Molly, bring that document back. I had already taken through the 3 accounts, bank accounts of March. That is the one of Stanbic, Nakasero, Stanbic Garden City, Nakasero, then the UGX at Nakasero. How about the account for Max? This company called Max. At what bank is it held?
We had an account, we have an account in Stanbic, but the main account is in Marara account by Katanga investors as the director.
Where else? Apart from Stanbic?
I said Absa.
Absa.
Marara by Katanga investors.
Yes, we have already seen how you brought in Katagaya.
No, since 2016 or 18 there.
Now, again, my instructions, and this is the third last instruction that we shall traverse in this cross-exam. You deny your desire to eliminate your husband for property. I have instructions that the motive for making the changes that we have already covered here was to facilitate your complete swindling of all account funds without the involvement of the interest of your deceased husband.
That's not true. And actually, it's me who was buying those properties you're talking about.
I'm on money, I will come to properties.
It's money, property, whatever it is.
Do you confirm to this court that you, as we speak now, you have emptied the billions of shillings that existed on these accounts where your husband was a shareholder?
Every time we did payments,
Madam, do you confirm or you don't?
I have suppliers. I have to pay people who supply to
I will come to suppliers. My question is specific. Do you confirm that as of today, you have cleared the billions of shillings that existed on these accounts at the time of your husband's death?
What do you mean at the time? I have always been operating these accounts. I have always been paying suppliers. I have always been borrowing and paying bank debts. There is nothing new that I have done.
So what is it that you have done?
I'm operating the same way I was operating before.
By operating, you mean withdrawing money?
I pay, yes.
You have been withdrawing money.
Yes, I've been paying people, I've been paying.
And you confirm that the merge accounts, 2 of the merge accounts are empty.
Since I didn't have another work for euros and dollars, there was no reason for me to keep those accounts. They were for paying suppliers and payments. Since there are no payments coming in, no suppliers paying out, there were no reason for me to keep those accounts.
So do you confirm that you have since emptied them?
Yes, because I don't need them. I don't have work, I don't have food.
And you have done this without transmitting the shares of your late husband. By transmission, when a person dies and he has a stake, however small, you don't deal in the property except if you have been permitted.
I'm not sold any property. I have to pay
I'm talking about funds.
Funds I have to pay suppliers. I have to pay people where they fall. That's how I used to run that business.
I'm putting it to you that majority of the money has been withdrawn by you directly and in most instances by your daughter Patricia in cash.
What's wrong with that?
No, there is nothing wrong. I just want you to confirm. I just want you, please don't get offended. I just want you to confirm.
Okay, so what
Sorry?
is your answer?
Do you confirm that my statement is a statement of fact? Most of the money has been withdrawn by you directly and also by Patricia.
I think how you buy into my account
It's a private business. Now that business, unfortunately, is no longer private because you have not considered the fact that your husband was killed for property. So we are under legal duty to demonstrate the truthfulness in our instructions.
That is not true. I'm saying I think I had a right to pay suppliers and we have money and run the company, see what I was running.
So, Madam Molly, do you then confirm to this court that even when you have been in prison, you have been transacting in these accounts on a daily or routine basis?
Yes, I have an arrangement.
Thank you. Do you still hold the view that you do not have information about these bank accounts? You just told this court a few hours ago that you have no information about the particulars of these bank accounts. Are you now capable of confirming if we show you these bank details? Since you confirm you have been transacting, are you in position to confirm that these are the particulars of the respective accounts?
I cannot confirm that.
Okay.
Why can't you confirm?
Because I don't know the source.
Do you have the source against which you have been transacting? If this court afforded you with an opportunity to verify the source for your comfort, will you be happy to do that verification and provide authentic details of accounts that you have been dealing in?
I have an arrangement with the bank, which is private.
What is the answer to my question? My question is, since you have been transacting on a daily, and you are doubting the source of my documents. If this court gave you an opportunity to consult your own trustable source, will you be happy to do so?
What is my trustable source that I can
The particulars for which you've been transacting routinely.
I have an arrangement with the bank.
Yes, we want
Which is honest for the public.
Do you? This court is not the public, please.
Which has been there for a long time. Whether I'm there or not, transacting.
The reason you do not want to look at these account details is because they confirm the ugly truth that you eliminated your husband to swindle billions of money from your joint accounts.
That's not true. That is not true. I was running this company alone. I would work alone, pay suppliers alone, running alone. So when you...
Do you know of...
Let her finish, my lord.
Do you know of even a single company account for all of these several accounts? Can you provide even a single one?
I just can't. I can't.
Why?
I can't remember those things I don't have.
When did you last transact?
Even if I've transacted today, I wouldn't know the account.
Even if you have transacted today, you cannot know.
When you know the account number. He said I couldn't know the account number.
My lord, interpretation. In fact, even within the time frames when, I don't know if you followed your lawyer's presentations about your treatment, when you are supposed to be in ICU, you were still transacting in these bank accounts.
We never said
We never said that. We never said that.
When did we say she was supposed to be in ICU?
No, the evidence. You brought out the evidence.
Of 2nd November. I know we gave one chart here of 2nd November.
Yes.
She was in ICU only on 2nd.
No, we're not witnesses. Witnesses will come and say that, but we shouldn't be
No, but I
misrepresented.
thought you
We shouldn't be misrepresented.
Yes, but what was the...
He said that the lawyer said she was in ICU. During the time the lawyer said she was in
Yes,
ICU.
and he said
I don't
those were
recall,
his
but the only time we spoke about ICU was when the prosecution witness came there. He said she was in the ICU at 2 p.m. and we gave her a chart showing she went to the ICU at 5 p.m. Otherwise, we have not given evidence here. I don't know, we shouldn't be asking questions without adding us in your feelings.
No, my lord, if our colleagues for the defense now concede that they only spoke about 2nd November for her ICU engagement,
My lord, we
we
haven't
can leave
given
it.
evidence on ICU. We haven't given evidence.
Okay,
Evidence
maybe
will come.
she can confirm. She can confirm. Don't worry, Mr. Karwan. The witness is here. It was said that you were in ICU at IHK. Was that a fact? How long? In terms of
What we do need, and then don't
sacrifice me for.
understand. It can be charged away from here.
My lord, it is 5 o'clock.
Pass that church.
How much more do you have?
About an hour or so.
Give us one, they could give us an hour.
My Lord, some of us have children at school who are waiting and it's
Give us 1 hour. The witness.